Hello and welcome to JCMD Daily News. I'm Jenny and this is Cecily, and today we will be discussing the tragedies of the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising.
For those of you who don't know, the Warsaw Ghetto is the largest of all Jewish ghettos, located in Germany-occupied Poland.
About a month ago, on April 19th, 1943, an uprising broke out once troops and police entered the ghetto to deport its inhabitants.
Yesterday, May 16th, the uprising has been declared finished and the German troops have left the area in ruins. Those that survived were sent to concentration camps or killing centers.
The last several months in the ghetto have been spent in agony for its residents. Around 300,000 Jewish occupants have been deported or murdered.
The uprising was not spontaneous. Tired of living in fear, some residents have been creating a self-defense unit that they call the Jewish Combat Organization. There were approximately 200 members. They wanted to be ready for the next time anyone tried to take them away.
The next time the soldiers entered the ghetto, most of its citizens were in hiding. The streets were deserted.
The troops used their weapons to force people out of hiding, and this is when they were faced with resistance.
The Germans were completely caught by surprise. 12 men were killed and the soldiers were forced to retreat beyond the walls.
During the next month, the resistance was able to conjure up occasional retaliation, but the Germans gradually reduced the ghetto to a rubble.
To symbolize the victory, the Germans used their resources just yesterday to destroy the Great Synagogue in the ghetto. Approximately 7,000 residents were killed during the uprising, and the rest, about 56,000, were sent to concentration camps.
Even after the end, the rare surviving citizens hiding out in the ruins continued to attack the troops.
Now we're going to Denny with an on-site report of this event.
Hello, I'm Denny Zoff and I'm at the Warsaw Ghetto where the deportation of Jews happened. I have with me Bort Spiegel, a survivor of the uprising. Tell me a little bit about what you went through at Warsaw and what you're doing today.
Hi, I am Bort Spiegel, a Jewish soldier that has been living in the Warsaw Ghetto. I am 19 years old. It has been a long journey, but I escaped through the sewers along with others, including Chaika Belikowski. I am lucky to be alive today and do not know how I came out alive. Rumors were going around the ghetto that these deportations might happen one day, so I was in anticipation of fear. While I was sleeping, I woke to a large popping sound and ran out to see what was happening. German soldiers were walking around, taking my fellow neighbors by the wrist, and pulling them in vehicles and taking them to concentration camps. At this point, I knew I had to get out, so I traveled through the sewage canals to leave. I would like to move to a different country so I do not have to deal with this anymore. I am not comfortable here and cannot afford to be put into a concentration camp.
How interesting. That sounds like such a harsh thing to go through at such a young age. How has this impacted you personally and those that survived it with you? How do you think we should all remember this moment in history?
We are obviously not doing so well right now. We had to see things that we should not have seen. I want all my peers to know that we will try to fight through this and it will eventually get better. I think that we should all remember this as a terrible day. That the German soldiers took many Jewish people into the camps for all the wrong reasons. This day will never leave my memory, but I'm forever grateful that many people and myself got out safely.
Thank you for taking the time out of your day to come and speak with us.
Thank you for having me.
Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks for your report, you guys. The Warsaw Ghetto Uprising has been the largest Jewish uprising so far and has given Jews all over Europe some hope and motivation to fight back against Nazi Germany. It may be the beginning of the end for Hitler and Nazi Germany.
Best of luck to all that have been affected by this traumatic event.
Thanks for watching. This has been another episode of JCMD Daily News.